Hello. Hi, guys. Happy Monday. Trust that all is well with all of you. I hope that you would have had a restful, rejuvenating, revitalizing, energizing, strength renewing, mind renewing, body renewing, spirit renewing weekend. I hope that you would have taken time for you and scheduled some maintenance. I hope that in all of the hustle and bustle of getting through this beautiful month of March that you would have paused for some necessary self-care, because self-care is not necessary. It's not selfish. It is necessary. It's very necessary. So today we're going to continue where we left off last week. And I know I ended off by saying that God turned it around for both Ruth and Naomi, that despite Naomi's very, very horrible situation, she compartmentalized and she was able to, there's no way she could turn off, so I can't even say that she turned off her reality. That didn't turn off, but what she did was switched her focus from herself to this daughter-in-law that didn't go back home. And I encourage us to just pray and ask God for the wisdom necessary to be able to serve the Ruths that will come about or stick with us, that will be loyal to us, that would need us to help them. Ask God for the wisdom to serve. Ask God for the wisdom to serve despite your Mara situation. Now, if you read the whole story, not just Ruth had a better ending, but Naomi also. When Naomi returned to Bethlehem, the women said, "That is not Naomi." And she said, "Don't call me Naomi, call me Mara, because God has dealt with me bitterly. My afflictions were horrible." Don't call me that. Don't call me that. Call me by another name. This is the name I have for myself now. Bitter. Was my portion, and what I have, don't call me Naomi. And from verse 13 of chapter 4, it says, so Naomi would have given Ruth a lot of advice as to how to get this kinsman redeemer, Boaz. And the verse says, so Boaz took Ruth, and she became his wife. When he made love to her, the Lord enabled her to conceive, and she gave birth to a son. The women said to Naomi, "Praise be to the Lord, who this day has not left you without a guardian redeemer. May he become famous throughout Israel. He will renew your life and sustain you in your old age, for your daughter-in-law, who loves you and who is better to you than 7 sons, has given him birth." Then Naomi took the child in her arms and cared for him. The women living there said, "Naomi has a son," and they named him Obed. He was the father of Jesse and the father of David. This then is the family line of Perez, and it goes on. My delight in reading this, and I'll try to be very short today, very, very short, is that Naomi sacrificing, and I think this is a sacrifice to be able to, and I think us as parents, mothers, we do it all the time when we put our emotions, our meltdown at the side to serve children, to serve friends, to show up on your job full 100 when you're at 20 is a sacrifice. And I think sometimes we see it as minuscule because that's just what parents just do. Our parents would have done it. Our mothers, I'm sure, would have had those very teary moments where you're just asking yourself, who sent you? Who sent you? And they just had to put on their big girl underwear and keep it pressing, keep it moving. And Naomi did that. But she was rewarded in the end. I am not saying that this will happen in everyone's situation. I am just delighted to be able to read that her story had a good ending, that her sacrifice to see good, to ensure good, to ensure that her daughter-in-law was provided for well, that turning her focus off of herself and her own pain and own distress, she was rewarded in the end. So I just want to encourage briefly today anyone who is in Naomi's position and you are making the hard sacrifice to serve despite the pain, to serve despite your loss, your grief, whatever you may be facing at this point in time, serve and serve well. God is taking note. Serve and serve well. And that's all I want to say today. Serve and serve well. Have a fabulous week. Have a wonderful week. And I pray God gives you the strength to serve and to serve well.